12 years ago, I chose to pursue a career in public service because I wanted to help people, to protect them, to improve their lives, to seek justice for them. And I am very fortunate that the people of Illinois have given me the opportunity to do just that. It has been my great privilege to serve as your Attorney General since 2003. Every day, for over 6 years, I have had the pleasure to serve as an independent advocate on your behalf, really as the people's lawyer. And every day has brought new challenges and new opportunities for me to make a real difference in people's lives. I've worked on thousands of issues during my time in this office. Today, I want to talk about a few of them. First, homeownership and the mortgage foreclosure crisis. The predatory and unfair practices of mortgage lenders are at the heart of our nation's economic crisis. As a result of their greed and discrimination, tens of thousands of Illinois families have been pushed out of their homes. But long before this unregulated, out-of-control conduct showed up on the nightly news, the consequences, people who were hurt, walked into my office. And we responded by standing up to the largest mortgage lenders in the country, taking the lead nationally in protecting homeowners long before national leaders knew or cared. I sued countrywide for deceptively placing homeowners into loans that they didn't understand, they couldn't afford, and they ultimately couldn't get out of. I led the national settlement with Countrywide, creating the nation's first mandatory loan modification program. This program will help hundreds of thousands of people stay in their homes, and it also serves as a model for other lenders and the federal government. I am determined to keep doing everything I can to ensure that as many Illinois homeowners as possible can stay in their homes. Second, I want to talk about what we've done for children. From day one, I have fulfilled my promise to go after sex offenders who prey upon our children. As a result, here in Illinois, prosecutors and judges can now demand lifetime supervision for sex offenders. We've significantly improved the state sex offender registry, and my office works constantly with law enforcement to track sex offenders and make sure that they either comply with the law or face the consequences. As the virtual world becomes more prevalent and more dangerous, we have investigated and prosecuted internet predators and child pornographers. And we have challenged MySpace and Craigslist to expel criminals from their sites on the internet. When the Consumer Product Safety Commission repeatedly failed to protect consumers from dangerous products, especially children's products, I stepped in to protect Illinois' families. I refused to ignore the deaths and injuries caused by rare earth magnets, lead paint-covered toys, defective cribs and bassinets. Instead, I invoked our state laws and drafted new ones to remove dangerous products from store shelves, daycare centers, and our homes. In years before Congress passed the Tobacco Control Act, we repeatedly took big tobacco companies to court for marketing practices aimed at enticing children to begin an addictive and ultimately deadly habit. Third, long before Illinoisans were struggling to survive this economic downturn, I was fighting to protect their pocketbooks. When utility companies have pushed for unfair rate hikes, I have stood up against them. And when the state embarked on an ill-conceived system for buying electricity that resulted in skyrocketing rates, we won a new system. So far, we have obtained well over $1 billion in settlements against utilities who took advantage of the people of this state. We stopped hospitals from price gouging by reducing the exorbitant rates they charge the uninsured from over 250% above cost to no more than 35% above costs. And we are the only state in the nation that now protects the uninsured from bankruptcy due to medical emergencies by limiting the total amount a hospital can collect to 25% of a family's yearly income. The issue of affordable health care goes well beyond the pocketbook. With this work, I'm fighting for all people in Illinois to have access to quality medical care. Finally, the people of Illinois. We deserve an honest government, one that we can trust, one that truly works for all of us. As Attorney General, I have fought against powerful interests on behalf of the people's interests. I opposed and ultimately stopped the plan to build a casino in Rosemont. When credible allegations surfaced about Governor Blagojevich's conduct, I started the state's investigation into illegal hiring and pay to play and provided evidence to the U.S. Attorney. I have piloted, through quite a bit of turbulence, reforms that increase transparency and accountability in Illinois government at all levels. In 2004, I positioned Illinois' first ever public access counselor to extract public documents and open public meetings. I've stood up to governors, their lawyers, the state police, CMS, and countless local governments, and fought to force all of them to adhere to our sunshine laws. And during this legislative session, we passed a major overhaul of the Illinois Freedom of Information Act, and we finally made it enforceable. There is no doubt that in the right person's hands, the Attorney General's office has the power to identify and to solve real problems people struggle with, expediently and efficiently. I've talked about my job in some detail today because I've been thinking a lot about it lately. Over the past few months, I've thought about how I can best continue to serve the people of Illinois. The progress we have made and the work that can still be done have been foremost on my mind. I've also talked with my husband about what's best for our daughters. As I have done so, I have been truly privileged to have the advice and generous support of so many people around this state. What it comes down to, and I hope you can hear it in my voice, is that I am still passionate about my work. So today, I am announcing that I will seek a third term as Illinois Attorney General. Well done. I understand that there are some people who may be surprised about my decision, because there has been rampant speculation about whether I would run for governor or U.S. Senate. I can't express how honored I am that others would consider me for either of those positions. But I know that for now, the best way for me to continue serving the people of Illinois is to continue doing the job that I love, and there is certainly plenty to do. I promise those of you who are looking for leaders who will restore honesty and integrity to Illinois government, I will continue to fight for you. Let me close with a quick story that gets to the heart of why I want to continue serving as your Attorney General. In our office in the Thompson Center on the 12th floor, right when you walk in, there are 2 tables, and those tables are staffed by my consumer advocates. Every day, there's a stream of people that come into our office to file consumer fraud complaints. They're young couples, they're older people, they're single moms with their kids that come in. They're black, they're white, they're Latino, they're Polish, they're Asian, and they come to us because they've been wronged. They come to us because they don't understand the law. They come to us because they're seeking justice. They come to us because they're desperate and they have no one else to turn to. Last year, 33,000 people came to us. And I was proud to be able to stand up on their behalf, to stand up to national banks, powerful utilities, drug companies, insurance companies, nursing homes, ID thieves, scam artists of every possible description. That's what gets me up in the morning. As Attorney General, I've been using the power of this office to make a difference in people's lives since 2003. With your continued support, I promise to keep making a difference in 2011 and beyond.